Welcome in and welcome all. My name is Neko, and today we're jumping into Clover Pit, a roguelike slot machine gambling game. Actually, no, that isn't the intro it deserves. This is. Welcome to Clover Pit. Yeah, that actually fits way better to the intro of this game. And after jumping through the tutorial, learning that we're in debt to, who knows, we're going to say the gambling gods at this point, figuring out each round gives you tickets. As it can show right here, you get little tickets, and with your tickets, you can buy trinkets that do different things in the game. Some have different qualifiers, as you will see later on. Time to get into my favorite part of this gambling. No subliminal messages here, but most of the time it ends in death. Falling into a giant pit. But there's nothing like hitting that jackpot. Even the tiny ones give that rush of endorphins, even though most of the time it leads into the giant pit again and again and again. But we keep grinding, looking for that giant jackpot, the coins raining down from the ceiling, which eventually we may find in this run right here. And as we jump back into this, I just want to remind you that we still are on our road to our first 1,000 subs. So if you find yourself coming back and seeing the content and watching the videos and enjoying yourself, please give that subscribe button a little push. Our first debt here is 75 coins, and we start off with 30 something. Getting straight into the gambling part, because spinning this thing is literally the best thing ever. And just seeing the combinations that are made. On the left side of the screen here is like the points per item. So you have the cherries are 2. I do believe the lemons were also 2. So everything holds a different value, the 7s being the greatest, of course. On the right of the screen, that hopefully I will put a chart up later on, you can see the different patterns and stuff give you different points. So if you get a jackpot, it's times 10. If you get other stuff, it's times whatever it is. Different trinkets over here cause different luck points. This trinket I was just looking at triggers an extra spin every once in a while, and there's a chart I can see right there with different values, and it was the lemons and cherries that are 2. And the different trinkets cover different things. So the one I just bought was a percentage based, so it's like it has 20% chance of causing that effect. Some of the other ones that kind of look like the old-timey photos, you could press the big red button as you see on the screen right there, and it triggers those effects, but you can only trigger them so many times per round or per thing until they're destroyed. There's other ones that are actually percentage based as well, that they have a certain percentage to activate, but they can only activate a certain amount of times. But there is a lot of them, and you unlock more as you go on. I played a lot of rounds of this, and you have 3 rounds to get your debt collected. So that is your goal, is to get the next round. But I'm addicted. I love this game. I played like 10 rounds doing the recording for the demo itself, and then even after that I have at least played like 10 to 12 rounds of it, because I honestly am addicted to it. Because there's different patterns, and you can buy things that kind of stack up and they can use each other. And then between the rounds, once you succeed, you get a phone call, and the phone call can give you even more of a bonus. This doubles the value of Lucky Charms and bells. So you get even more money out of this. When it comes to putting coins into this thing, you just slap that button as much as possible. There's a lot of times that I'm checking to see how much the 7 spins cost, and I don't need to, because it will not let you put below the value in it that you need. And I do believe that I get later on a warning about that. It's just like, you need to keep the money to make spins. But then again, that might have been a previous run. the thing that just popped up with the eyeball gives you extra luck on your very last spin. So there's different things that do different things. The card thing gives you bonuses for getting like 3 or 4 more things in a row. So if you get like 3 different 3s in a row, then that activates and gives you a double bonus for those things. So it's just about matching up trinkets and the different abilities and like weaving between all of them. It's a really clever idea if you think about it. But at the end of the day, it's just gambling. Like, you're just pulling the thing and hoping for the best. And you're just chasing the jackpot. That's what you really want. And there are disappointing spins. Like, there are times that you're just like, I need 12 things, and you get 9. But when those trinkets, whatever you want to call them, start firing off on the side and give you the little like doo-doo, it's the most satisfying thing ever. Oh, so close to a lemon jackpot. And yes, that thing falls out, as you saw at the beginning. That it scares you. And I think this demo is actually one of my favorite demos I've played. For the simple fact of, it gives you, like at the beginning it tells you that if you beat the demo you get a reward that carries over into the full game. So you're not just playing the demo just to play the demo. You're actually playing it for like stakes into the game. Not just learning the game itself. So I found that really neat that they did that. And the 666 thing that you just saw pop up on the screen, if a 666, comes up in the middle that you roll it, you lose all the coins you've made for that round. So every coin that you have in your thing, if you have not put it in the ATM, it goes to 0. Which is amazing, right? Here I'm looking at the call things, and I think all of these are garbage, but I don't have enough tickets to, transfer it out, because it costs 2 tickets to do that. So I do believe I just move on with my life and just ignore the phone call.
Let's go gambling.
I do like that the phone call rings that once, and once you answer it and put it back down, it doesn't keep ringing, so it's not a bother in your ear. That's a nice touch. And I think this item that I have now, I'm waiting for it to pop up again before I mention it. That thing, the little like devil horn card pack. So every time a temporary item triggers, or just like a percentage based item triggers, it triggers and bumps up the amount like stuff cost. And if nothing triggers, then it sets it back to 0. So if you look in the bottom left, the little yellow 2 down there, so it's upping the multiplier of like the items. So if something costs, if like say the clover is 6 now, it would be 12 if you get clovers in a row. Yes, a symbol multiplier is a tarot deck. So it's a symbol multiplier and blah blah blah. If it triggers, then it ups it by 1. If nothing triggers, then it goes back to 1. But all the temporary items that I have right now, with the randomness to get an extra coin, or the thing to give me more luck, I get 2 extra pulls because of the cat food and stuff like that. It just kind of adds up. And there's a 6. So if you get 666 in the middle, you lose all your coins. But we just rolling. I think the spinning is so addictive. Like you don't even want to worry about the trinkets and anything. You just want to spin. You just want to grab that thing and just let it go, like you're at a casino. You got your couple coins. 2 away from a jackpot. It hurts. $130. We love to see it. But I will not lie to you. There is a sharp learning curve of learning what trinkets do what and how they work together. Because there are times that, in many rounds, that I'm going all in. I'm pressing that big red button. I want all the trinkets that I hit that button, and there's just more of them. And then you end up round 1. So I think there is 5 rounds, I do believe, of the debt in this demo itself. So I think it's 75, 200, 666, 2200, and then 12,500. So there's your 5 levels. And it sounds daunting when you think about it, of just being like, you get to a certain point and you go from owing 500 or having 500 coins and be like, I'm the top of the world, to now you need 2,200. There's no shot you go from 666 to 2,200. And as you can see, my massive leap in coins, I hit a jackpot with all the bells, and it triggered a bunch of things, and it shot me up to the roof when it came to coinage, which is an amazing, great thing. So, jackpots do happen, and they happen quite, frequently, which is nice because you're sitting here waiting for them always. But there are times that you roll that thing 7 times and you get like a 3 cherry, and it's like, here's your 6 coins, and it's like, oh, thank you for 1 less than I put into the machine. So, just, you gotta take every bit of joy, whatever bit of sadness that you're just like, oh, again, I get nothing. Here I'm debating whether to get rid of these things, because like I said before, these have activations, so I have 4 activations left on that, and then the other one I have 6. But the one that has 4 activations has +7 luck, and the one that has 6 has +5. So it's just like, which one? Because I was debating getting, and I ended up throwing away, which is the most violent throwaway process ever with all the blood, because I wanted to buy this book, and the book saves you from if you roll 666, it changes the 666 into random of the items that are on the board, so therefore it doesn't take away all your coins. That's all I wanted from that. And on here, I took a Hail Mary, and I doubled my jackpot score. If I got another jackpot in this, it would double it, because I think that would have been epic. Imagine I get it a little earlier, and then I hit that jackpot, and it's like plus like 5,000, because that's the real chase. The real chase is in the mega jackpot. You walk away with like 20,000 coins in this. That's the real chase. That's why we pull the lever.
Let's go.
If you're look at that. It was so close. Just one stupid lemon. One stupid lemon. Almost did it right off the bat. Infuriating. But this big chase. Imagine hitting the 666 right after you hit a jackpot. That just doubles that. It would break my heart. Y'all would hear me cry. More lemons. They haunt me in my dreams. But no, that's the reason we chase the lever, because we all just want the jackpot. Like, I don't know, we give 0 cares about any of the rest of the stuff. Like, beating the game, it's nice. It's nice. If we get that, it's nice. But we want the mega jackpot. I know I sound like an addict right now. Fiending to go, But look at the times 20 on the jackpot. It's times 20. Like, that's absolutely absurd. Right now, I'm remembering that I'm debating how many activations this thing has left, versus selling it and getting, you know, one of the things over there. We have about 2 grand we need. I think we have 2 days to get it. So, we spin for our lives. So that's one activation for that. Plus 48, pretty nice. Turn. More 7s. At this point, I'm getting quite, you know, freaked out. Because I'm just like, we need 2,000. Get that there. And then my leg explodes in blood. Maybe. So it's coming down to the wire. My heart's thumping. And this did not help out. What does help out is interest, because you get like 700. I got 714 coins in interest right there. So right now, I'm looking at this thing. I'm just like, okay, I need about $1 grand to make sure I get to the 12.5 mark. I bought the Lucky Charm, so now there'll be more clovers after I hit the big red button. Like, how could this possibly go wrong? Thank goodness for the holy book. It saved my 36 coins. I'll leave y'all in suspense too. We don't know how many coins I have right now. Will I make it? It's coming down to the wire. I was so freaked out by that 6. I thought it was fixing to take everything away from me. I think with that one. And then it gave me another turn, and I was just like, please, please don't do this to me. I was begging it not to give me any more turns. Like some good coins. Let me be over. And this game is savage. Because you give it what it wants. And you win. We won! Here's our award. What did we earn? So we get a drawer when the full game gets out. When the game comes out. But then, the ultimate betrayal. Yeah, and I would wish this straight up into the pit. So in 20 minutes, we got 14,033 tickets. And I appreciate y'all coming to gamble with me, and I hope to see you in the next one.